Hello, hello, hello. It is the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger, coming to you on a beautiful Friday. That's right, it is Friday. It is a wonderful Friday, and I know that you are so super excited about the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday, which is next Thursday. Can you believe it? We are really in the thick of things when it comes to the holiday season. And although it's different, you know what? When you wake up looking up, everything else is gravy, baby. So we are so truly blessed. And talking about being truly blessed, take a look at today's title of the Podcasting Your Purpose, episode number 120. How ironic that episode number 120 is the top 20 NBA podcasts and the top 20 NBA draft picks. Yeah, that's today's topic. And why am I talking about NBA podcasts and NBA draft picks? Well, if you're following me along, you know I've been talking about podcasting in all areas, all arenas, whether it's sports, it could be authors, it could be family, it could be educators, it could be entertainers, inspiration, motivation, because we all have a voice, we all have a vision, and we all can share it with the power of a podcast. So today I want to talk about the NBA and coaching, and we'll get to the coaching part at the end. But do you know the top 20 NBA podcasts for 2020? I don't know it either, but you can always Google it and find out because there's quite a few, and the top 20 are pretty impressive. Let me ask you another question. Do you know who the top 20 NBA draft picks were for 2020? Listen, I do because I watched it, but all you need to be worried about is number 19. That's right, number 19. Mr. Saddiq Bey. That's right. He is our great nephew, and we are so super excited. Yes, he was drafted by the Detroit Pistons. And not only am I excited about this draft pick, he went number 19 in the first round. And, I've known Sadiq his whole life. It's amazing. His mother was actually a bridesmaid in my husband and I wedding. But I think about these young men growing up and going on into the world. And, there's so much going on out there. But it's always great when you have someone that has a positive outlook on life and has a good head on their shoulders. And that's what I can say about our great nephew, Sadiq Bey, which is now with the Detroit Pistons. He was with the Wildcats in Villanova, number 41, and he was there his freshman and sophomore year before he was drafted. So again, super excited. So now you know that one of the top 20 NBA draft picks for 2020. But let's get back to the top 20 NBA podcasts for 2020 or any sports team. Now, I am not a big sports person. I do not understand the game of basketball as well as I should, nor do I know, soccer or football or, basketball, baseball, tennis, any of that. But you know what? There's a lot of you that do. You know sports like you know nobody's business. And you should actually think about starting a podcast because you can connect with others that are also just as involved in a particular sport. And we've been talking about this for a while. Actually, again, for 120 episodes. And even before then, if you head over to my blog, delblogger.com, I talk about podcasting and blogging. And you know what? It is absolutely a best way in which to share your platform. And starting in 2021, I'm going to be conducting workshops. That's right. We're going to be having workshops, in-person workshops. Let's pray, even though we might have to be masked up, but I'm going to be starting workshops in Middletown to teach others how to podcast. And it's going to be awesome. Again, we're going to talk about not only what is a podcast. Remember, I have the Podcasting Your Purpose resource guide, right? It is still available on Amazon. And you know what? Not only are we going to start out with why, not not only what is a podcast, because we all know podcasting is not new. It's not a fad. It's not the future. It's been around for a minute, but it's becoming very, very popular. Why? Because people are understanding that they can broaden their brand and expand their exposure online simply using their voices. And we don't know how long we're going to be quarantined. We don't know how long we're going to have to social distance. We don't even know what the future holds, but that should not stop us, stop you, stop me from doing something that we love. And there is something that we all love to do. We were given a gift, whether it's a gift of entertainment, maybe it's a gift of inspiration, motivation, maybe it's a gift of writing, gift of gab. You remember that? And we all have something to say. And we usually do that around the Thanksgiving dinner table, right? You remember those years gone by where you'd always have Auntie Patty talking about this. Maybe she had some great recipes she can share. So that would be a great way to share that and leave a legacy. Maybe Uncle Joe always had some funny jokes. You don't hear those jokes anymore. We're kind of going back, not really going back, but getting back to some of the basics, some of the family, the games, the stories. When I was growing up, it was the tape recorder. We had a cassette recorder. So think of the podcast now as being the tape recorder from then, where we would share the mic, we would give everybody a mic and we'd say, okay, introduce yourself, or, tell us a funny story. Well, this is great. As a family, you can create a family podcast. And you remember, if you go back in some of the episodes, I talked about how you can make these private podcast, meaning it's only between you and your family and those that you give the link to. Same thing with business owners. If you wanted to have a private company podcast, you can do that as well. So think about that. We're going to talk about not only why you should start a podcast, because again, smart money, big money is going and investing in the podcasting world. So you could start out with a small, podcast about the Detroit Pistons, the Pistons podcast, or you can start a podcast about, soccer, or maybe even football or tennis or golf, whatever the case may be. People are looking for your voice. They're looking to share that information. They're looking to get that information. And remember, you are creating an intimate relationship. When people choose to listen to your podcast, they put those earbuds on, in their ears, or the headphones over their head. They are coming to listen to you. And I teach you how to set up, everything from choosing your topic, your title, your niche, your description, your intro, your outro, your trailer, setting up your schedule. We talk about equipment, whether it's microphones or headphones or mixers. We talk about, if you're going to use editing software because you hate the sound of your ahs and ums, which doesn't really bother me, but Audacity, GarageBand, they're free. They can help you clean that up. We talk about hosting platforms. And you know what? Hosting platforms are out there. There are so many out there, but I'm going to talk about Anchor FM because I love Anchor FM. And now that Spotify owns Anchor FM, so many major changes are occurring, and I am simply loving that. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about artificial intelligence and Wi-Fi, smart speakers. We used to have that commute of 23 to 32 minutes on a train or a plane or automobile, not unless you lived in DC or Detroit or New York or whatever. But you know what? People are home. They're listening to podcasts longer. On average, let me tell you something. On average, 90 million Americans are listening to podcasts each and every month. Can you imagine if you could just get a percentage of those listeners on your podcast? So think about it. What is it that you love to talk about? What is it that you could sit and talk for days and weeks and years? Because again, this is not a get it, hit it, and quit it. This is a long-term investment. What days are you going to be promoting? What day are you going to launch? You know me, Saturdays at 10 a.m. is the Delaware Blogger Podcast on Anchor FM. Let me give you the link so you make sure that you sign up or subscribe and review. Leave me a review, leave me a comment, because every Saturday at 10 a.m., I give you more podcasting pointers that's going to help you grow, help you broaden your brand and expand your exposure online. And then every Wednesday at 1, I talk about blogging, how to take your blog from a hobby to a jobby. And if you're missing any of those episodes, there's the link right there. It's the tiny URL /blog to profit, the number 2 profit. There, I'm talking about blogging. We talked about images. We talked about setting up, talk about sponsorship. There is so much information that I have to give to you that I don't want you to miss any of it. So follow my blog, delblogger.com. Follow my podcast, Blog Your Way to a Business Profit, and the Delaware Blogger podcast. And if you have any questions, you see my email, right? info@ablakeenterprises.com. We can set you up with a 30-minute complimentary discovery call. As a matter of fact, I've got one in few minutes, so I'm going to cut this short. But yes, I want to talk about what it is that you want to do. Do you want to blog? Do you want to vlog? Do you want to podcast? Do you want to share your voice, your vision, and your mission with this world? I can help you to get started. So make sure you send me the email, info@ablakeenterprises.com. And if any of you are listening to today's episode, because I know you subscribe, you know it's here, if you have had an opportunity not only to have a discovery call with me, or signed up for my coaching session, please leave a comment below so that other people know that this is the real deal. There's no fancy studios and all of that, the bells and whistles, things dropping from the ceiling, colors. This is just me, Antoinette Blake, the DE Diva, aka the Delaware Blogger, just helping you to share your mission, your vision, and your voice with the world. So don't forget, starting in 2021, I will be working with Home, not this home, but Home, helping one more entrepreneur, and that's in Middletown, Delaware. And I am working on the Blake's booth. That's right. We're going to have a podcasting studio right there in Middletown, Delaware, and they're going to have workshops. We're going to have workshops where you can come and learn. Let me tell you just some of the things that you're going to learn about. You're going to learn about why you want to start a podcast, how to start a podcast, how to choose your topic, you write your description. We're going to actually do a recording of your intro, your outro, and your trailer. We're going to do headshots so that you can create your cover art. It's going to be so much fun. So you can either wait for that in 2021 or you can get started in 2020, because right now that coaching session, the 2-hour coaching session, is available for $159. That's right, $159. That's a great gift for yourself, because guess what? On 12/31, the price is going up. So you want to get it now. If you want to schedule your 30-minute complimentary call, send an email to me, info@ablakeenterprises.com. We'll get you started. And if not, we'll see you in 2021. And remember, Sadiq Bey with NBA draft pick 2020, number 19, first round. Congratulations, Sadiq. So proud of you. Congratulations to his mother, his uncles, his grandmother, of course, my husband, his uncle, because again, it is a beautiful thing when you can grow up and do what you want to do. I mean, I remember him running around with us, with my sons, playing basketball when he was just knee-high to a grasshopper. And now if you see the cover art, he's towering over my husband. So congratulations again, Saddiq. We love you. We pray for you. May God and Allah look over you. And until the next time, stay smart, stay safe, and stay social. Still from a distance. Mask up, people. I will see you. Have a beautifully blessed day. It's the DE Diva. Bye-bye.